Well, it's time for my impressions for today, and today I want to take my impression from the interview with Pindi, where she was talking about moving her business from the public sector to the corporate sector. And what we picked up in there, what Kumaran actually picked up in there, was this concept of the masking effect. Today I want to talk about this masking effect. What is it and what we can do about it? So very quickly, masking effect is when a certain condition is present which hides underlying issues within the business. And so we might have a business that seems to be doing well, but put that in a different context, and then it isn't doing well. So that's the masking effect. And there are three places that I want you to be aware of where the masking effect takes effect, excuse the pun, mostly. The first is where there are businesses with high margins. So you've got high margins, everyone's making profit, and so that's cool. We don't have to look at the efficiencies of that business. But as soon as you take that business and you put it into a different context, then the inefficiencies start to appear. So that's the masking effect, is high margins masks the effect of inefficiencies. Number two, low levels of competition or high levels of nepotism. So if you have an environment where you've got little or no competition or high levels of nepotism, where you've got the business because there's no one else there or because you've been shown particular favor for that business, once again, that is a huge masking effect for the business in terms of the efficiencies. And the third one is an interesting one, which is your brand. Very often brand can be a masking effect, that people buy a brand. The brand is so strong that you think that people keep buying your brand, and that also makes you less susceptible to looking at your efficiencies in the business. So the opposite is true. So the way that you should approach this is to act as if, number one, you have low margins, not high margins. So if you're in a high margin business, start getting paranoid about a time that will come when you have low margins. Number two, act as if you have high levels of competition. That right now there's no competition, but at some point there will be high levels of competition. So how would you act and react to that if that was indeed true? And number three is that you have no brand to speak of, and no one is going to actually take on your product or service just because of your brand. That is the masking effect. Well, that's it.